Alright, sorry about that. You probably couldn't hear any audio from me. I forgot to turn my mic on. Sorry about that, little technical details. I guess I should live stream more. Then I wouldn't make that rookie mistake there. But anyway, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the video. Welcome to the live stream. We're going to watch some of my old videos that go clear back to January 22nd of 2006. And we're just going to watch them. You guys can interact in the chat, ask me questions. I'm on the lowest latency I can, so I think the delay is only actually maybe a couple of seconds here. Definitely less than 5 seconds of delay here. So if you want me to pause the video, just say in the chat, just say pause. And see, I got my moderator in the chat there for you guys watching the archive. Watch the chat replay there. And yep, oops, didn't have my mic going. Hopefully the audio is good. But let's see here. Let's do a little shout out in the chat. If you're watching, say something in the chat. Otherwise, we're gonna get going here. Let's go to the video tab here. And of course, we've got to resort this. Oh, looks like I'm live. Oh, that's right. It's because I'm logged in here. So let's change this to oldest. And howdy, Furworks. There we go. First one I ever uploaded. Look at that. As of this recording, 12 years ago. I actually have changed the title of this. This is the title of the video, but it wasn't. If you watched this 12 years ago, I forget what I titled it, but something not very good. And before we get into some of these here, I know my my little window is kind of covering up some of that. Let's just reduce that just a little bit here. Oops. Okay. Alrighty, Ride to the Hills. This is like the first one I uploaded. It's the first, well, I don't know if I'd call it the exact first, but it's one of the first major videos I put together on VHS using the 2 VCR method. And then we'll go through it here. And yeah, Furworks, just a year after YT started. Yeah, technically, when they registered the domain name, which was like in April 2005, I think. But honestly, and the first YouTube video was uploaded then, but I think it didn't go mainstream or widespread for uploads and things till like September of 2005 or something. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I was watching YouTube in 2005 and just never created an account until like I said, January 22nd, and part of it was the upload requirements at the time, and as we go through this video, and you'll see why, upload limits, I should say, at the time were 100 megabytes. And this video right here, this one here, actually let's get this side panel out of the way here. Yeah, there we go. Not used to doing this without the side panel there. This video here was, well, as you can see, you had unlimited uploads at that time. Now that's common, but then later they limited it to 10 minutes because people were uploading full movies and TV shows and all that stuff if you were around back then. But anyway, this was captured to my PC via a TV tuner card, or and from a VCR and everything, and it was 1-to-1. So this was like, just the raw footage was, I can't remember, but like 3 gigs or something like that. And at the time, I think I only had like a 80 gig or 60 gig hard drive at the time, something like that. And that's why this one is actually edited a little bit using nonlinear editing. So it's taking the VHS, and then, because I put some titles in there and some things like that, and music and such. So the original audio is not with this. There's a whole history of why that is, because YouTube screwed around with it and muted it for a while. Then, and I didn't know at the time that things would come back, so I audio swapped it because it was blocked in many countries and stuff. So the original audio's gone for the video, so we can't really listen to that, but we can watch it. And anyway, Kievbo in the chat there, are you planning on making any new videos soon? I love you to, I make a bunch of new videos. I mean, I'm not on any kind of a schedule, but let's go back to newest here. Come on. But here you go. Here's a jetting video for you. Here's how to fix the white spots in plastic. Here's a little of that. Old live stream here. Corn heart. Yeah, no, they're, you know, you love my old dirt bike videos. Those take a long time to make. However, I got one releasing tomorrow as of this stream that will be motorcycle related. So watch tomorrow morning. That'll be uploading. So hopefully that'll satisfy you. So make sure you got that bell rang. But anyway, to kind of go along where I was saying here. So anyway, converting or compressing this down and editing it down and then putting it into, I think it was in an AVI format, I believe. Maybe QuickTime was the way I had to do it, is to put it in a QuickTime or a .move file to get it compressed down to under 100 megabytes. So if you can think about a couple gigs down to 100 megabytes, okay, the quality's going to suffer. And then YouTube was only 240p or whatever, 360 or whatever at the time. I mean, there was no such thing as HD yet. I mean, but anyway, next one here, Behind the Bars trailer. That's the second movie, but this was a trailer. And I think I have the actual. Did I ever? I might not have put the whole full movie up. Honestly, that one might not have made it. Let me just scroll through here. Gosh, it's been so long ago, and I don't go back to my old videos. So some of these will be like watching them brand new for me. Yeah, we'll find it in here. But anyway, okay. So I don't want to start with this one first, only because, look, it's 30 minutes long. We're not going to watch, well, we can watch through it, but I was going to actually start with this one here. Let me click on it here. Let's, okay. We're going to start here. What this is a helmet cam or a POV cam, but this is before GoPro. Well, GoPro was out at the time, I mean technically, but it was very expensive. I didn't have it. This is recorded from an Oregon Scientific little like helmet cam thing, so it's like 300 lines or something of resolution to a full-size SD card. It's kind of, you know, the low light sensor. Of course, this is a race at a pit bike race, National Arena Cross Series in Denver, 2006. As you can see the title there. So this is me getting on the starting line here, and anyway, as you can see, I'm moving my head around, and of course there's compression in this too. So actually, the source file is actually a lot better than what you're seeing here. But anyway, let's kind of listen in because my name gets called off here. So I'm gonna crank the volume up just a little bit, and then we'll listen and watch it. second place right there out of the gate. And into the first whoop section. And I actually stalled it in this corner, but I got her going again, so I lost a place or two here. There I am, right there. Going through the rhythm section. I tell you, them jumps are pretty darn big. That's right, I still got annotations on this. Okay, there we go. There I am, and here we go. Now we get a POV. There we go. Well, I'm in third place right now. That's, if I remember, yeah, third place. Yeah, and of course, you know, there's no link into a smartphone, so don't know where you're pointing the camera, so it was just a guess. It's a pretty close race in here. There we go, going through the rhythm section again here. Or the whoop section, I should say. And if you guys ever want to go back and watch these on your own, you know, you can always hit the oldest and watch them there. But yeah, it's a pretty crummy video. This is YouTube back then. You know, this is before, you know, a lot of people were investing in good quality cameras. I guess I never invested in good quality cameras, but a lot of this is due to the 100 megabyte upload cap. So you know, didn't matter how good quality your video was, you had to compress it. And I think I used it in like Windows Movie Maker is how I compressed it, because I couldn't exactly do it in well, Sonic Foundry's Vegas at the time. That's what I edited everything in it. But all I could do was choose just like a more compressed file type. I'm not saying it might be a .mov or something I had to put it in. But anyway, we're about done here. Let's go here. The race is over, so we're moving back, and you'll see me pull into the pits there. And anyway, let's move back here a little bit. Hopefully I didn't blow you out on the headphones there, but there we go. I mean, that's GoPro. That's GoPro in you know, in 2006. There, that's how kind of. I mean, a GoPro would have been a little better quality, but it wouldn't be HD because you couldn't upload in HD at that time. Not yet. Got some people in the chat here. I'm working on restoring my uncle's 1985 XR250 dirt bike that's been sitting since '86, and your videos and other dirt bike channels on YouTube known as Two Vintage inspired me to support. Well, I'm glad I inspired you. That's the reason I make the videos I make. And as you can see, I've been doing it, making the videos for a long time. And some of these were actually made, you know, long before. Actually, this one's a little embarrassing, but let's watch it. 12 years ago. Here, this is a trailer, and there's spelling errors that I didn't catch in some of the title. But you guys want to watch this? Say yes in the chat if you want to watch this here. It's minute 25. It's the second video I uploaded. I think I uploaded it the very next day or something, or a couple days later. So, here we go. And that's right. Yep, that's right. Okay. The original audio's gone here as well because, well, YouTube. So this isn't the original audio. Like I said, there's talking and other things, and you know, engine noises that would be going on here. But yeah, kind of that's my old crew. Still hang out with those guys. I have videos of this pickup there. There's one of my vintage bikes, us riding. I said, this is VHS recorded on VHS-C. So kind of tells you how old the actual videos are. All of this was filmed long before YouTube existed, long before I knew I was going to have a platform to share it on. This was all done, actually I edited this in college with my roommate at the time. He was, I think, like a film major or media major, and had a pretty banging gaming PC at the time. And, yep, there we go. That's it. Banging PC at the time, and he let me convert and capture my VHS tapes and then edit it. And he showed me how to use, at the time, it's Sony Vegas, or was Sony Vegas, but Vegas Video 3.0 at the time, or one of the early versions, like 2.5 or 3.0 or something like that. And anyway, that's where some of these got first edited, and then I had that on a CDR, so I compressed them down to under 700 megabytes and had them on CDR, because I didn't have a PC at the time to do anything with. And then I reconverted some of these back to VHS for a format that I could play and share, and made dupes for my friends and such. But anyway, we got some people in the chat here saying, let's see, what's your top 3 personal favorite vintage dirt bikes that you have owned or possibly still own? My Bighorn is probably my favorite. Next one is actually my Kawasaki Triple, my 350, the 350, because it's probably the easiest, best all-around riding of all the triples that I have, which I have every displacement but 400cc, and because that one, it's quick enough, but it still handles. The brakes are decent on it. The 500 doesn't go around a corner, drum brakes. 750, the frame can't handle the power, so it's all kind of not fun to ride. The 350 is kind of that bread. Actually, I've heard the 400's even better, but I don't have one of those. But the 350, I saw Furworks posted something in there, probably about this video. Did I re-release this one that we just watched with some new music or something? I did, and I did a commentary on it. So yeah, I kind of re-edited it. So that's recently, as in with the last 4 years or something. So yeah, if you want to see kind of more of the original, you can do that. But like this one, the original audio isn't there. We can kind of move along. This pit bike review, same deal. Audio's all goofed up. This was kind of my first video, though. We won't watch this, but the first video, because there's nothing to watch much. It's just me reviewing this pit bike. 400,000 views. You know, not a lot these days, but this is the video, my first video that kind of, you could say, went viral, or people were searching it. And I was heavy into the pit bike community at this time, racing and all that kind of stuff, and so it got shared around tons of different forums and stuff. Granted, this was in the kind of the MySpace era. I mean, Facebook was out there, but it wasn't open to everybody. I didn't have a Facebook because I didn't have a .edu email. I wasn't in school then. I was out of school. I mean, I was out of, you know, so I couldn't be on Facebook, and I kind of regret being on Facebook, to be honest, because it doesn't really do much. But anyway, so got shared around all over the internet, and this was a very popular model from this brand, and so, you know, a lot of people were going to this to see it, and I had a sponsor in this. That company is no longer in business, but it sold a lot of bikes. It sold a lot of bikes. Here's one here. We're gonna get back to this one here, but we'll go here. This should have some audio, I believe. I haven't watched this one in ages. Yeah, this is just kind of nothing special, but this is kind of me and some, you know, pit biking friends at the time, riding, you know, our 50s, modified 50s, CRF 50s at the time, or XR 50s. So, and there's these kind of pit bike design tracks. They're like BMX bike tracks and such. So, you know, this was just a ride day, and then me and all these would go out and we'd kind of race for fun and such. And Furworks is confirming on the deal about Facebook and stuff, so you can make a Facebook account. Yeah. You know, I had MySpace at that time. I did jump on that bandwagon when that came out. YouTube, honestly, is the one that panned out. Just got because you know what, YouTube was something. I was on another site called Putfile, and it had 25 megabytes was the maximum for it. And then I read about, and I had those on Putfile in 2005, and then somebody clued me into something called YouTube. I googled it, saw it, and I was like, oh my god, this is exactly what I'm looking for, you know. And apparently a lot of other people were looking for it too, because obviously here we are now, you know. But yeah, anyway, I'm running the camera, so I don't know if there's much of me in here. Yeah, these are just yeah, like I said, other buddies of mine at the time. So just out on a ride day. Could never get anybody to film me, so you know, kind of just had to film other people. But anyway, I could ride this track too like that at one time, you know, do the big jumps. Oh, now just too old, and these bikes are just too cramped for me. Anyway, we got Kev Bow says, have you ever rode a 1992 Kawasaki KX500? That's my next bike on the list. Not a 92, but that bike didn't change much in its life. I rode a 98 or a 99. They quit making that bike, and I want to say 2003, 2002, something like that. You know, it's a good woods bike. You know, it's not all that. It's actually kind of hard to ride. I like my KX250 better, honestly. But everybody's like, ooh, 500, you know. Arguably, I would say it's the better riding, you know, easier to ride of the two 500s of the time. The KX versus the CR. In that era, in that 500cc era. But anyway, there we go. Pretty much it there. Just us bombing around. Used to do that every weekend. Alright, we're not going to watch the whole thing here, but we got crashing on a pick bike ramp. Now again, this is another helmet cam video here, so here's me turning it on. And let's see, we'll skip ahead here. Well, let's see if you can see. Somebody brought out a little steel ramp here, and we're hitting those. And doing it, I forget what the gap was there, but anyway, wasn't a huge gap, but I mean for these little bikes, it's kind of a lot. There you go. There you go. You can see, watch this dude there. Okay, so that's what I look like. And going, hitting it again. It's trying to do like a hill clicker and stuff. Well, anyway, let's see. We get going here. Okay, did it again there. And I should edit this down. Oh, I missed it there. Okay, so here's where the crash happens. Bike bogged on me, so I went over the bars and everything. Yeah, and my moderator there, she rides motorcycles too, and she learned to ride on pit bike here. But anyway, there we go. There's my big crash to the guy on tan. I did some product reviews here. That's what these old videos are, like I said, back in the day. You could watch this one here. This is a little bit of me. Again, had some copyrighted audio, so original audio isn't here. It's kind of lost. I think I actually lost the file too, so but oh, hey Randy, old Randy Farmer, you're from over on Discord. I had some nice chats. Thanks for joining in. I didn't know if you'd be able to make it. We're just watching some of my old videos from back in this, 2006. Got started in January of 2006, and just watching some old videos here. Audio is gone on this, so that's why we got some crappy music that was audio swapped. It's a long story with YouTube and their copyright. If you know about it, you know about it. But anyway. There's my pickup and everything over there. That's my Ford, I guess. But anyway, it's a fun old video. That's kind of nice. Had another crash here. Of course, it's an 8-second video here. Somebody crashed into the back of me, jumped into the back of me. I had a big old tire mark up my back after that one, and it was kind of hurting. Here we go. We can go into this again. Got some not great music because the original audio here was, whatever was playing in the background. This is the old college days. I put some weird effects and like I said, I still got annotations turned on, so that's what that's about. So just some friends of mine, and like I said, I was kind of just playing with my editing software here and messing around with different filters and things. When did I upload this? Oh, okay, that's in shortly. Yeah, all these pretty much, I had them all in queue, and like, boom, up to YouTube they went. Like all of these I had edited. Like I said, this was I got all this just random stuff. But like I said, got little color filters here, little flare, lens flare stuff, things. Like I said, it's not much. It's kind of screen door, but don't have the original audio here again. Because it just YouTube, man. Just trying to have, didn't know about that kind of stuff, copyright and whatnot in the back. Yeah, let's see. I break stuff and then I have to fix it. Well, yep. And Kevbo says you should try to do more barnyard bike finds. Yeah. They just take so long to do the filming of them to get them online. And the last 2-3 I did, or two, those series, they just I got to get up I'm busier now with other things outside of YouTube. Just a hobby. I'd love to do another 13 video or 10 video deal, real in depth and such, improve on what I've done before. Let's see, is there anything we got? There's all these pit bike race stuff. Those aren't that interesting. Well, they can be. They are, but not for the scope here. But I don't know. Here's some more pit bike racing. We'll move back to that other one. Here's just let's see. This should have original audio. Yeah, it does. Okay, mounted my audio down a little. Mounted my camera to the swing arm of my bike, so you know, and then went out for a trail ride. So that's what we're watching here. You know, I mean, and actually this trail here, they closed that actually a couple of years ago. They opened up some more trails, but yeah, I mean, you can definitely see where the corners are and stuff, but yeah, you know, anyway, there's that. Yeah, there's some people probably didn't know. Here's a little behind the scenes of a little and again, audio had to get swapped. Driving out filming for a TV show that aired on Speed Vision, but kind of a weirdo. Me and a couple friends. Kind of a reality racing type show deal. Rich Christensen there, you know, from Pink's. Actually, nice guy in person, but God, his TV persona, God, he's a D-bag. But again, we can flip through here. Different kind of thing here. Kind of ATV and motorcycle racing here. Around a dirt track, and you have a changeover after every 3 laps, and hop a bike, try to get it started. God, it was like 100 and something degrees that day, so the bikes weren't wanting to start and run quite right. But again, don't have audio on that. Kind of a fun video. This is getting a little newer. Again, no original audio. This is a track here built on the side of a mountain here. It's more of a kiddie track. Well, I had my anyway. Yeah, cool. Yeah, they had boom cranes around the track and stuff, and then like I said, they were filming a lot in the changeover, and they did interviews and then other things, but they edited it together real screwy. Like, it was hard to watch. It was something that they wanted to try, that Speed Vision wanted to try to, or that he was pitching to Speed Vision. So it aired once on a pilot hour called Launch Hour they had for these different kinds of shows. There was a bunch of different ones. There was like a kind of a different drag racing one, and then, well, one that did get picked up, which was like it was called like Pastime, where it was like kind of like Jeopardy and drag racing, sort of something weird like that, where they guessed the time and then the track put out. But anyway, so it's just. We can go back here, but yeah, that's kind of as much behind the scenes as I had of that. But I have some more stuff. Well, that's just a compilation video there. Like I said, you guys can go back and watch these in more detail if you'd like. Here's one for I'm bringing this one up purely for Kev Bow. Here you go. Vintage. This is a 1973 Kawasaki F11 there. So, and this is at my old home track back where I'm originally from. As you can see, this is another VHS kind of thing. Nope. I'm not gonna close that, I guess. But me and a buddy, that's a DT250. What's my favorite type of riding? Probably just good old trail riding, single track. single track riding. Used to race motocross and stuff, and tried a lot of different enduros and hare scrambles and such. I like hare scrambles as far as racing, but just play riding like we're watching here, probably my favorite. Back in the day, I used to like it here, just like doing the jumps and stuff. Getting too old for some of that. For some of that stuff here. As you can see, we're going around this track here. Like I said, this track just down the road from where I'm originally from, so road here, and in this pasture, every day pretty much, just about. And man, those bikes just beat you up. You had about maybe on a good day, you had 5 or 6 inches travel in the front and about 3 inches of suspension travel in the rear. Unlike today's, you basically got 14, 15 front and back, you know, and lighter. You know, that bike's, I mean, while it's fairly light for what it is, it's pushing 300 pounds, you know, maybe a little over 300 pounds, something like that, but about 300 pounds. Modern, like even now, it's old, my KX250, it's under 250, so, you know, and 50 pounds makes a lot of difference in this kind of stuff here. And this was all edited, spliced together, using VHS. I did very little extra editing before actual uploading. And when did I upload this? Okay, in 2008, so later. The upload limit cap might have increased to 1 gig at this point in 2008 with YouTube. That's why honestly the quality is a little better, but the source quality is the problem here, because it's as you can see, the VHS tape tracking lines up here. And then that's why this box kind of keeps changing and such, because digitizing is trying to keep it in frame. There we go. Let's see, we got and then we get in my farming in Nebraska videos, which, wait a minute, the original one back here again, original audio's lost, but this one again kind of went sort of viral, but then YouTube shut it down because of the music I used in it, so then it just quit getting views. Otherwise this one would be well over 1 million or 2 million views now. I just got kind of hamstring there, but there we go. Jump in the old fire pit. Again, just this is the kind of stuff we did back then, but again, like 2006 here. We filmed all this well before there was going to be a YouTube, so this definitely wasn't clickbait at the time. We didn't even know it was going to get on the internet. I didn't even know I was going to be putting it on the internet when we filmed this. But yep, good old days. All right, let's jump right in here. Okay, we're gonna start here, and again, audio basically there is none, which is too bad because there's talking and engine sounds and such. But this is the first one. Like I said, done all on VHS. Then later, when I got to college and had a roommate that introduced me to, you know, non-linear video editing, instead of the 2 VCR method, I was able to do some of the, like what you saw at the beginning, putting title cards and this and stuff. Again, had a lot of music in this. I was trying to replicate, if you're familiar, Flesh Wound Films was real big in motocross and freestyle motocross. So the Crusty Demons of Dirt series, so I was trying to make my own Krusty movie, so that's kind of what this was. And that track doesn't exist anymore. That's me. You know, and occasionally I did get people that would actually film me. But yeah, oh, fancy slow-mo. Yeah, well, the early days. This is just, like I said, this track doesn't exist anymore, but these just build out in pastures, you know, cattle pastures. I used to ride a lot out there, so, you know, so like this video was put together into different segments. So, okay, there's another friend of mine there, friends used to race sport quads too, and we used to travel around and do that. I was kind of the mechanic more. There's an old XR 400 actually there. There you go, Kevbo. Back then you held your tape. Well, actually, I filmed, and those aren't online. Don't know if they'll ever make it online, but I have a lot of stuff that I filmed on 8mm film. Actually, 3 minutes at a time, because that's all you can fit on a reel of film. And there you can change the frame rate at will, and do stop motion, which I made a lot of stop motion back when I was like 11, 12 years old and things. Those may never make it online. They're too cringeworthy, but to your case there, you could to slow it down, actually you have to speed it up. So like a typical 8mm camera shoots at 18 frames a second, but you could crank it to certain ones, you could over crank them to 30, and then that would essentially kind of slow it down. But this is all just VHS tapes, VHS-C, and Sony's High 8 format, which I know will Furworks there will recognize that, or he'll know what that is. It's a tape format. Later, I would get, and some of this may have towards the end, I got a camera that shot on mini DV, so digital video. It's still tape, magnetic tape, but it was digital, so ones and zeros, and that was high quality, or it looked high quality. It looked like HD compared to standard def. Now that's how much of a difference it was. This is at a motocross track out in Colorado, but then this is back to my home track, just to me and friend, just going around. Really, yeah, the track. We just called it the track near Alma, Nebraska. Nice, fun track. Maybe we'll speed ahead a little bit here. Like I said, it's just another lap there. There we go. The figure point. Oh, we gotta replay that there. Wait a minute. Okay, now here we go. We're okay, there it is. There's the finger point. There's an observed trials. Yeah, there we go. More back at that other track. So like I said, kind of did a compilation thing here. Man, I haven't watched this video all the way through in a long time. Oh yeah, this double here. As you can see, they just built it, and it came up short. It's called the Z Hardway. Bike bogged or something. You can't hear it, so just ate it right there. That's not me, but that's my friend, and just came up short. Happen all the time, but we're young. Just a couple beers later in the day or evening, it'll be all good. Yeah, it's our old Randy Farmer says it's kind of weird. Remember growing up with the technology. So as we got older, the technology was growing. So you look back now and see the beginning, and you know how it was before. Mind blowing. Oh yes, it's the whole this idea of what I'm doing right now, interacting with you, watching one of my old videos, and talking about it, blows my mind still. Anyway, what we're watching here is some quad wars with at a monster truck race. So it's kind of more of an exhibition type deal. Used to do that too, travel around to some of these regional monster truck shows. That's why there's cars in the middle. This is a small fairgrounds here, indoor deal. Weren't supposed to have video cameras here either, so a lot of this was done pretty covertly, because they were like because like Bigfoot's here and stuff. So Bigfoot and I forget the other one. Not Gravedigger. That was a different promotion company, but Bigfoot and like Barefoot or no, the one that said USA 1 on it. That was a big monster truck at the time. But so this is kind of like I don't know what you call filler and stuff. And then they had the tough truck competitions. The locals would come out and basically beat the hell out of their pickups, over the jumps and stuff. So this is a couple of my buddies there. He's in second place here. Yeah, second place. That's him. I think he won one of these races, made it straight to the main, and then I want to say got fifth place or something. There was a lot of that happened because he's just so tight, and then some of these are like amateur riders, but pretty fun. Yeah, I think he sticks it out in second place here. He might get first, but yeah, you can see the old monster trucks in the background there. I mean, they're the headliners. We're just the filler. We're just the filler here. But let's see. I think we'll move along here. So in the pits here, changing tires and doing things, as we had several said. Here we go. Here's one of my guys. Got into the back of another guy and flipped it there. Yeah, I remember guys filling the tires with watts to keep them on the water. Yeah, that was a thing. A little bit of better traction and stuff. But yeah, so kind of cool. But we wouldn't get out of these kind of races till like after 1 o'clock, because you had to wait till they shut down and clean up, and the monster truck guys would have to get their stuff out. You're always boxed in back there. Oh, and these were in the middle of the winter too, so it wasn't heated back here. It was always freaking cold. So people had propane heaters and stuff back here. But yeah, something we used to do a lot. Various races and such. And here we go. This is college days here. Screwing around in the backyard at buddy's house, the house he was renting while we were going to school. And always had junk bikes. I don't know if you'll see them. I mean, there's a Ninja there, an older Ninja. There's a pile of bikes there. There's a bike back there. There's a Mach 1 Mustang. We used to drive around. Car ramp. That was our urban cross jump, we called it. Yeah, and of course I wish I mean I have the original audio on VHS tape, but I couldn't put it on there. Yeah, there you go. Engine hoist back there. Three-wheelers, tons of bikes. We just buy them for nothing. College kid, broke college kid, under $100. We wouldn't pay much for nothing, and get them running, ride them around. This little XL70 here. Obviously, you can see needs some rings. That's a 4-stroke bike there. It's not a 2-stroke. It shouldn't be smoking that much. You had to put about every hour I had to put some oil in it to smoke that bad. But just playing around here. Let's see. Do I go into slow-mo here? Somewhere I do. Maybe I already did. I must have missed it. we go. Zipping around here. As you can see, tore up the yard and everything. And then after we got done with that, get dark. And then we come in here and work on something. Let's see. That's a guess the bike. I think it's a. If I recall, it's a. That's a 68 or 69 CB450. I don't think it's a 1970. I think that's but it's a CB450. Let's see. I think if you look down, I think you can see a number in chalk on the tank. Yep, there it is. That was my bidder number for that at that sale. I think bought it on a consignment sale for $65 or something like that. And like I said, somebody was going to buy it off me, and had that fairing and all. So we were putting some tires on it because everything was rotten. Got it running that night, you know. So, like I said, been doing this kind of thing a long time, long before the website, long before the internet, or the internet as we know it for sure. Oh yeah, there's another bike in front there. I forget what that one was. Well, I think that was a KZ400 that's sitting in front there. You can see those mirrors there. That's another one. Yeah. Wow, this is taking me back. Okay, now we're back to some riding here. Just, we like jumping, as you can see. Nothing. Let's see here. Oh yeah, and then we get some of my buddies to do observe trials here. You'll get to see. That was me. This is observe trials. As you can kind of see, there's a little a ribbon or something. You got to stay in bounds. So you had to hop out of here and then hop back in and go over some logs and things. And then now he's from a standstill. He's got to get himself out of here. Yep, there we go. And then he's out of the section. So, oh yeah. And then at this gathering, this is a 2-day deal. We put together an old junk bike. Just had it running on basically a 2-liter Mountain Dew bottle strapped up under there, and enough to run it try to get it running enough to launch it off this hill. People put dollars and such down on the ground, and you're guessing where the front wheel is going to land. So even if the forks break off, whoever dollars closest to the front wheel gets all the dollars on the ground. So you might get $100 out of the deal. Well, anyway, went over and it rammed right into that tree there. I think that was a CB650 or something like that. No, that's a twin. So I don't remember the displacement on that now. I remember it was a Honda of some sort. Just camping here. What we like to do here. Kind of. Let's see, where are we at? Okay. And, of course, I had the original audio put here, and that's in real time. Let's see here. Okay, well, we're in another motocross track. Yeah, we'll kind of skip through some of this. Like I said, it's a long video for my first video ever. And it kind of drags in here. I didn't know what I was doing at the time. Let's see. That's me doing some trials and such. Okay, yeah, that's coming. There, that's right here. I'll let it go. And there were some rocks. I did have my trials bike, so I thought I'd try my hand at hopping some rocks here. That's my spotter there, I guess you could say. I decided to ride a big old wheelie up and over, and I just drop it down, and then here's where that might have been my first try. See, here's the deal. They were doing a little competition who could touch their fender to the ground without going over backwards. He went over backwards. The idea was to go and hit the... There you go. He got it. And then this is an example of a observed trials section here. So used to do that a lot. Where are we at here? Oh, okay. Jump in here, and we'll move... Yep, blisters there. Okay, now this is Supermoto. There's old Mike Metzger. That's back when he used to race. He's kind of a well-known. Anyway, I went to a Supermoto race here, and I got to meet him. Travis Pastrana. Yeah, that's Doug Henry before he broke his back. Let's see if somebody else. So there's somebody that locked up their engine over the jump, you know, landing on the pavement there, because that's like a steel tabletop they built. Anyway, put together all this here, and some freestyle motocross stuff. This is kind of all the video I ever had put together. Let's move ahead here. Oh yeah, that's at a that was at a kart race, IRL kart race. So, and then and here, okay, yeah. Well, you can see here when we recorded this, got the old VHS, and somebody's got. This isn't from my camera, but somebody else's. So I assume that date's right. That sounds about right. 2003. Here is when this would have been filmed. So this is a. Oh, hey, Paul. Glad you joined in here. We're just watching my very first video I ever uploaded to YouTube. It's 29 minutes long. We're kind of skipping through things here. Recorded on VHS, recorded before YouTube existed, edited before YouTube existed, and then uploaded later, but compressed to 100 megabytes because that was the upload limit at the time. This is actually later. You kind of missed some of the 90s stuff, but you can rewatch the stream, and we'll go back and we'll go to some of my other videos here. But there's just some of my buddies out dirt bike racing. There's me. Gosh dang, I'm young there. This was going to a big motocross track. It was a trip we took 2 pickups and trailers and ATVs and everything and drove 400 miles or something one way to spend basically 2 days here. Had the girlfriends along at the time. Everybody came. Yeah, because you missed some of the racing, Paul. Used to do some racing in between, like kind of like small town Monster Jam type stuff. Oh, here we go. We're rolling the credits, too. There I am. It's me. Let's see. Do we have anybody? Yeah. I still hang out with almost all these people here. But, yeah. Here you go. See Paul here. January 23rd, 2006. And let's see, we're just rolling credits here. Alrighty, that was pretty good. Let's see, what do we got else here? That's the very first one I uploaded. Second one, third one, down the line. Let's move down the line here a little bit here. Guess we could. Well, what the heck? Oh, this is a. Oh, this is just a trailer, I guess. Yeah, so this is just a little bit of a compilation, so of everything. Like I said, goes back to 2006 here. Some of this is four wheels and a roll cage. Yeah, I get that. But, oh yeah, there we go. From the creator of, yeah, this is the trailer for my next big movie. Hey, there we go. We're watching the old movie there. Here we go. Of course, we already watched some of this. See, that's the thing. It's a little out of order because I made all this before YouTube happened. You know, before this, everything you're watching existed on VHS tapes, and there was only maybe 4 different copies or something for that I duped for friends and such. Yeah, Paul, maybe when you're really bored or something at night, you know, go back to my earliest videos. Now the audio's all goofed up, but you might get a kick out of some of that stuff. Oh yeah, I guess I might stop and say here, like this was another video that went semi-viral. Oh, the crash. Yeah, we talked about that earlier because we watched through the movie. You missed it, but yeah, that was actually my buddy. That was a new double that we just built, so he was the first one that was going to try it. So you didn't know how fast or slow to go. Yeah, Randy Farmer says, I like that you were making a movie and were minded like that one about something you wanted to watch. Yeah, I guess. I was just trying to emulate some of my, like I said, these VHS tapes, these dirt bike movie tapes, were usually just like compilations of freestyle motocross and racing and all this kind of stuff. So I was like, you know, the 2 VCR method, I could do my own. And then later, when I got to college, first roommate introduced me to non-linear video editing, and that, again, just like YouTube and what I'm doing right now, just blew my mind. You mean I can take clips from everywhere else and not have to use 2 remotes going pause, play, pause, play, pause, play, and then overdub and basically lose the source audio and then dupe it, because it's already doing that. It's already a second generation tape, so you're already degrading the quality the first time, and then you're duping a dupe to make copies for somebody else. So even your finished movie is a second generation tape. And if you guys remember back in VHS tape days, every time you dupe, you lose quality because the tape doesn't move at the same speed always at the same time. So, you know, because it's magnetic tape. So yeah. Yeah, Randy, I mean, I've been actually doing this since I was about 11 or 12 using Super 8 movies. Actually, I'll tell you what, we got to get a little newer in the videos here. But hey, actually, you know what? Let's what am I doing here? Here we go. Here is my moderator, who's been moderating the chat. Which thank you everybody for not, you know, spamming up the chat. Here's kind of first or second ride here. You know, not, she'd only ridden maybe like a handful of times before. So here's my and it's my wife. That's my moderator. I mean, I don't think that should be a any surprise, but here's, like I said, here's her very early in her writing days. She progressed quite quickly after this. That scooter needs more power. Well, this is a 90cc. This is kind of a super stalker. Like I said, Paul, you kind of missed it. We were watching some of my early Pit Bike Vids. Well, I'll go back to this one, but here's my. This is my Outlaw, or I guess you could say like super mod. That's 140cc, makes about 12 horsepower and about a 80-pound motorcycle there. So, used to race that one. We watched some of those. But let's see. I might have a little bit of some of my 8mm stuff. Oh, you know what? I think that's over on the Junkman 2, which we could go over there. That's my second channel. Gosh, I got a lot. Got a lot of videos. Yeah, and you know what? Actually, it's around this time I started doing the how-to stuff. So, yeah, and here's the big one here that keeps just growing and growing and growing. 1.5 million, and that grows by at least 1,000 views a day. That one right there. You could argue that one maybe is what put me on the map. Well, actually, here we go. Here you go. This is 8mm film, and this is me too. 8mm converted to VHS, then digitized. So, yeah, that's on one of my dad's old skateboards. So that's skateboards, the wheels and trucks and everything from the 60s, Boy, look at them fashions there. Yeah, there you go. So there, I mean, that's not one that I edited together. Yeah, we'll have to go. Let's go on over to the Junkman 2, because I have. Oops. Oh, come on, where's my second channel? Okay. All right. Seems like you should just be able to do that. I should have just did this. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, this is my second channel here. I just kind of got arguably not great videos here. That's an old one. Aha, here we go. Good old Super Chevy. Okay, this what I called a featurette. To Randy's point, to Randy's point, I was always wanting to make movies, and honestly, what sparked it is went to Universal Studios Hollywood, Backlit tour, all that, and I got to see behind the scenes and making of. And I used to watch. There's a program on Discovery when Discovery first started up. It was called Movie Magic, and I saw some of these movies that I'd seen in the theaters where they used miniatures and stuff to make movies. And I was like, oh, you can do that, and stop motion. Well, I can do that with the camera I had. One frame at a time, 18 frames per second at this way. Anyway, this is only 30-something seconds, but okay, well, I'm shooting a wall, and it's so washed out because the film was deteriorated by the time I got this converted to VHS, and so it's all blown out. But drew this on a piece of like notebook paper and taped it to the wall and filmed it. That's my title card there. So there we go. Okay, see that? Whoop! See the car flies over the other car, and then we do a little stick in the way, and then it goes through the other car, and then the behind the scenes. Okay, so I used like my Tonka little crane here, and I had like fishing line holding it up, and put a bunch of gravel on the driveway as my backdrop here. As you can kind of see over here, because I had to shoot. Oh yeah, cast. Yeah, there's nobody in it, but okay, had to have credits. Of course, real movies have credits, right? But we'll watch that again. Because see, I shot another angle, and this took me all afternoon, maybe 2 days actually. There I am. Yeah. See, oh, you can see here. Let's back that up a little bit. See here, I had to put the gravel out because if I was going to shoot this way, I didn't want you to see the concrete, so I had to make it look like it was a desert out here. So, I mean, I was, actually, I tell you what, YouTube has that slowdown feature. Let's do that because I didn't shoot enough frames. So let's like really slow it down here. Then you can really kind of see what's going on here. You can almost see it frame by frame is how I shot it. And the wind was blowing, so that's a stick. And I knew at the time, I didn't want to have it in there, but I was like, how was I going to keep it from blowing? It was like swinging around. So, and here we go. Car's going to do a whip a Yui here. And as you can see, I should have put some tire tracks. I almost thought about it, I just didn't know how to do it. And then I don't know why the stick, I don't know what I was thinking. And then car, they're playing chicken, and that disappears and goes through it. I thought that would be really cool, But yeah, use my parts of my erector set and everything to put it all together. Yeah. So, I mean, it's charming now, embarrassing back then. You know what? This is not me, but this is a segment out of one of my videos that's kind of an outtake. Oh, let's put this back to normal. Oh, we need the sound here.
Hello, my name is Dan Wetback, and today we are going to talk about the homostapian in its natural state. The chemical formula for fun is man plus gasoline equals chaos. Let's go watch them in their natural state. The dirty kid, right?
We took that take like 5 times. He never could get it put together. Oh, and this is a friend of mine had a 300Z talking car, 85. Anyway, we're playing around. Here we go. First GoPro ever, because this was definitely before GoPro existed. So, dash cam. Yeah, we're going way too bad. The speed limit's like 25.
35. That's pretty decent. Yeah. Turn here. Dang it.
Yeah, there we go. Pass on the double. Let's see, I think we just blow through this stop sign here.
I don't think there's anything coming.
Okay, I guess we actually slowed down.
Nope, slow down. There's no one.
Anyway, that's off my second channel. You want to watch some of the other stuff? It just kind of got rando stuff over here. Oh yeah, I guess if you actually wanted to watch 2 episodes that I was able to record off TV, they're not great quality, of that racing show that I showed the behind the scenes of. Paul, you missed out on that, but those are here. Let's go back to the main channel here. Oh look, I'm live. Oh, that's right. All right. let's watch one more little video, and then I think I'm going to wrap this up. Oh, you can see who I'm subscribed to over there. I guess, you know, some of you guys have been watching along here. You guys got any questions about kind of some of this stuff? I mean, that's why I wanted to do this, is just go through. I mean, this is up here for the world to see, and the world has watched it, or some people in the world have watched it. But, you know, it's hard to ask questions about how I went about making some of these and why and all that. So feel free to ask a question that way. We'll see if I can find one here. Oh, these reality of racing ones that I filmed. This is something, and the audio unfortunately is gone on these because of, I should re-edit, take out, because I put some music in there, so they got copyrighted and then blocked, and then they brought it back and audio swapped and whatever. I should go find the source files, lightly re-edit to get the music out and put them back, because these are two things that I kind of film my own kind of reality show, like the reality of racing, as I did it and me and my friends did it here, and that's kind of what this is. But these are basically dead videos, because, and a lot of these are kind of dead because of that too. Back then didn't think about copyright. So let's see what else we got here. See, that's a point of view. You're looking at me as I'm riding. The GoPro. Let's see here. Slaughterhouse Gulch. That's a fun one. My farming videos always did pretty good here too. Oh, here we go. Randy and Paul. This one's kind of for you. Or well, wait a minute, not that one. Where is it? Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Yeah, here we go. I think. Yeah, here we go. We just got engine sounds here, so. So again, this is long before YouTube, anything, you know. This is this guy, buddy of mine, longtime friend. So we still talk at least once a week, me and him. But yeah, that the Mighty Nissan is what he called that, or we called that. Dang near run on water. Literally. Started running bad here in a little bit. Here you'll see right here. You'll see it's puffing quite a bit of smoke out the, you know, because there was mud inside the throat of the carburetor. Just cleaned it out a little bit. Kept going. It didn't quit. It was just started running bad. We're like, wonder what's the deal is. Well, it turns out the air cleaner was off on the other side of the engine bay, so it's been driving around with no air cleaner on it for God knows how long, you know. And of course, he had the bright idea he's gonna, you know, climb this hill. This little pickup can do it in the dry, and we decided, oh yeah, let's go. It's snowing, you know. Let's go do it. Yeah, right. This is before he welded the Spider here, so you really only have two-wheel drive here, technically. But yeah, I mean, it will make it over this hill, just not in the... I mean, this is a little easier spot of the hill, but the tires are basically bald and, you know, too. Let's see here. Oh, yeah.
See, there's town.
See, we're on the other side of this lake, and the lake's frozen. And, yeah, there you go. Actually, here it is hitting other. This pickup like to hit fence posts. There's me. Look at that bell bottoms.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a Z car. Which you saw in another video. That pickup, it finally got parted out. He did take that that V6 out of that 300Z and put in it for a while, and then I forget, broke the transmission or something, and then decided it's wasn't worth screwing around anymore with. Oh, here we go. One more. I said that was going to be it. One more here. Let's see. Does this have the original audio? Can't remember. Yeah, 97. So I mean, this, oh yeah, this. I think this.
How many cars are up? John, I guess that's not good.
Yeah, tire chirp out of like. All right.
I just not gonna have good thoughts now.
Well, I don't know.
We weren't going
97 is what it said.
That is impossible to do. I've done it before. What the deal with whatever, holding your breath for the tunnel? I was good luck. You did it, so I didn't do it. Oh, okay. So in other words, you guys are just kind of weird. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. My other hobbies, skiing. I've been skiing since age 2. These other friends, a couple of them skied a couple times before, and it's about a 10-hour drive.
Hey, having a great time. Where's that Joe? Yeah, maybe I'm a family from the south. Woo! Hey, Johnny. Just like this. Sports cars, racing motorcycles.
Yeah, I had to re-edit this because I believe I had some copyrighted music in there as well.
Pivot is retro attire.
Yeah, I had to re-edit because this isn't the original music and stuff. Yeah, so these are a couple of my friends here. Let's see. That's, yeah, there's me. There we go. I haven't watched this one in a while either. Let's see. Oh yeah, one of them wanted to do one of the jumps here. Let's see. Does he make it? Nope. Like I said, been making videos long before there was a platform to share them on. Like I said, there's about 3 VHS tapes of the original cut of this floating around. But other than that, and then I have it on a CDR. And in my intro, if you saw it here, I am carrying the camcorder, which is about this big, holding it in my hands here, and skiing. You know, weight, 4 or 5 pounds, something like that, 3-4 pounds, or whatever. You know what I'm talking about. So I am carrying the camera like this, So fortunately, we're on the easier stuff because I wouldn't have done that with, because it was like an $800 camera back then too. So anyway. Oh, Paul, I've been skiing since I was 2 years old. Let's skip ahead here. Okay, so here's me and the through the skis shot here. Mind you, I'm holding the camera down between my legs and trying to ski. Yeah, so Warren Miller wannabe, what I was trying to do. Flesh Wound Films and Warren Miller were inspirations, honestly. So yeah, this is not GoPro, this is me holding a camera. And it didn't have a screen either, you know, you had the regular old viewfinder. Well, I wasn't doing this, I was just holding it, and I knew roughly where I needed to be. So I think he fell. Okay, I'm holding the camera and trying not to fall over. Ski into it. And yeah, there's me. End of the day. And then, as you can see, the VCR tracking didn't work. We were beat after that. Yes, the camera like carrying a brick.
See, it works. Yeah, we got used a lot too.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. Pretty good. Oh, yeah, you can, like I said, I'd recommend you guys, if you want to see some more, you know, go watch, like, here's me, see my mom and dad and grandpa on that one. That's 8mm film there. Yeah, well, and then we just get kind of into the future here, into the more modern videos, stuff that was recorded on my first car. Actually, we should end on this. Well, this is the wrong thing. Yes. Nope. Let's do... Well, yeah. We'll watch this one. Watch this one, and then we'll end on the... Come on. There we go. Yeah. Here's my first car. Just because this is kind of an automotive channel. My hobbies are primarily automotive, motorcycle. So, and I have a whole commentary on this. So, and actually, I recommend you go over to my website to see all this. Yes, and the stupid tracking on the VCR or the camera, the head was dirty. So, this is like what it is. Crank the sound up a little there. That's what made you down there. 1975 prototype there. Yeah. Report. There. I closed the cutouts. It's the exhaust cutouts. So it'll be straight off the headers. Headers on that. They didn't make headers. So they were kind of custom. That's going through the side
Pretty good.
Yeah, and I used to have that on Blip.tv. That's back in the early days too. So anyway, like I said, you guys can I'd recommend you go back, check out my old stuff, and see. I think I'm gonna wrap this. Appreciate you guys watching. I'm not sure how long we've been on here. an hour and a half. That's about like what I like to do. No more, no less kind of thing. So I'm glad you guys were watching. Thanks for watching. Oh, I always forget this kind of stuff. I just want to let's go here. I have a merch store. You know what? You want to support me and whatnot? I have some merchandise. I'm trying to get these ones off because I redesigned them here. But I have some t-shirts, some other things available. Here's kind of my new stuff. We got some socks. We got a mug. I got some pillows. I think I even got, yeah, and even got some leggings for the ladies here. So if you need to get your wife a Christmas present, consider a Barn Fresh pair of leggings here. Looks like she has wooden calves. So so show off the channel that inspired you to restore things. Okay, buy your significant other some Barn Fresh leggings here. So, and to be fair, I only make a couple bucks on this. It's purely just because I can. You know, I can have my stuff on there. There's a sticker. This one I actually kind of made for myself. You know, actually, old Fur Works. I got to give him a shout out here. He designed this for me actually. So I appreciate it. If you're still watching out there, Fur Works, thank you. This is a t-shirt he designed for me. So so anyway, thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video, share it around, tell everybody to subscribe, share with your friends. So I'm gonna call that a stream, and appreciate you watching.